What is up, YouTube? It's your boy King Reckless, back with another banger, man. Hope everyone is having a great day today. Hope everyone is blessed. Hope everyone's life is going well. As you can see by the title of the video, I was gone for a little minute, which is not a shocker because I'm always usually inconsistent, but this time it was for a reason. If y'all saw that post I made, I was in the ICU for about 13 days. Because, basically, I'm going to tell you what happened. I thought it was my asthma because I have asthma and I was wheezing very bad. Like, very bad. It wasn't going away. I tried doing everything I could. The home remedies, you know, Mexicans. We got Vicks. We got taking hot steam showers, tea, everything. I did my albuterol and it didn't even budge. So I was like, oh, man, this might be pneumonia. I'm even thinking it's pneumonia. So I told my mom I was going to go to the ER. So I take myself to the ER. And they gave me a steroid pill and that didn't even open up nothing. So that's when he said, we're going to give you an x-ray. Went and took the x-ray. That's when it was the bad news. He came back to the room. He was kind of freaking out. Not freaking out, but he was like, he literally said it like this. He was like, dude, your lung collapsed. And I'm just like, I look at him and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like freaking out low-key in my mind. But I'm like, I literally tell him, I'm like, all right, so what's going to happen? And then he's like, we're going to take you to another hospital because we can't do the procedure here. And they're going to put a tube in you and try to get your lung back up. So he's like, any questions? And I'm like, I'm tripping, but I'm like so calm. So I tell him, nah, I'm good. So he goes out. I'm on my phone quick. I'm Googling, like, how bad is the lung collapse? And if the first thing that pops up, it's like, it's a life-threatening situation. So I'm just like, holy damn. I don't want to freak out my mom. I don't. So I call my mom and I'm like, hey, mom, transfer me to a different hospital. I was like, and I literally said it like this. I was like, don't get scared, but they said my lung collapsed, but I'm going to be good, which I didn't know, though. And I was like, I'm going to be good. And she was like, and I kind of heard her flip out, but I was like, and I was like, I'm going to a hospital. They finna put me in the ambulance, so I'm going to be straight and just meet me there. So I'm going to Georgetown. That's where I was at. They put me in the ambulance. And then when I get there, it was like a quick procedure, like they did. Like, I don't know. They put me in. They got me drugged up, like hella drugged up. Stuck the tube in me. They didn't put me to sleep, though. But I could feel a little bit. It felt weird. That's because I was drugged up, but I still felt some of it. Put the tube in me. Then they took me to the ICU. Out of them 13 days, the first week was hell. The lung wasn't. It got better, but it wasn't progressing. It wasn't. So they had my two options where it got pretty bad. It was like either put a bigger tube from me on the side, put a bigger tube in me from the side, and try to expand it right there, or do surgery, which they would cut a piece of my lung off. Like literally cut a piece of my lung off and I'll be left with a bigger scar than just a tube scar. So I was like, and he gave me the option. So I was like, well, let's just try the tube. And if that don't work, then we go to surgery. We'll just try all of them, fuck it. So he tries the tube and that one, they took me to another spot. That procedure was probably like an hour procedure, but they put me hella drugged up. Like hella drugged up, I didn't even know what was going on. I wasn't asleep, but like I didn't even remember it, like type drugged up. And that is when that happened, I went back to the bed. That's when it was hell. It was already hell because my lung, I couldn't barely breathe. They had me on oxygen and all that. But the big tube, I went back to the room. Now that's when the pain came. I'm talking about, that's when I could barely even get up on my own. Like I'm barely getting up on my own. And then the doctor came, tell me I have to walk. That's what they tell me, I have to walk. So I'm like, shit. I'm getting up to walk every day when I was in there. And I'm telling you, it felt like I was learning how to walk again. I'm holding that damn chomp, shaking and shit. That lung collapse ain't shit to play with, but I could barely breathe. Like, I remember the first time I walked, like, 10 steps, and I said, I can't do this. So she's like, and I put me back, and that's when the main doctor came, got on their ass, and was like, he needs to walk. That's him progressing. The blood needs to flow and everything. So I'm like, and I told her on God, I was like, okay, well, put me on some pain pills or something where I can't feel pain. Then I'll go walk, but, like, I can't walk. It's not going to work out. So they did that. There were some nurses that didn't really want to give me pain medication. I'm like, bitch, I'm not trying to be a junkie. I really need this. I can't feel pain. Like, I'm trying not to feel pain. Like, I'm hurting. So, but there's one Indian lady. She gave me the pain pills, went walking, had a great time. I walked across the whole hospital. Simple. But without him, I could not really walk. And then I remember the freaking second to last night. Man, I'll tell you, I never prayed out to God like that before because I was in the most pain of my life. Man, I'm telling you, I was in that damn hospital bed. I'm talking about, I'm not even gonna cap. I'm like crying out to God in my mind. I'm like, God, take this pain away from me, please. I'm begging you. It felt like fire in my lung, like no cap, fire. I'm talking about, I done called the damn nurses 4 times. I'm like, give me something strong, like IV, not no pill, something. Which they did. It'll go away for like 10 minutes. Then I think this bitch better turn on. It'll go away for like 10 minutes, then bam, burning. And I couldn't even sleep. But shit. sheesh. Man, just being in there humbled me. I ain't gonna cap. Like, it really humbled me. I think everything happens for a reason. Like, I say that because I didn't go to Text 2K. I didn't even get to upload content. It's my first time back. It sucks. Like, I thought I was about to start getting on the grind, like, real talk, because my YouTube check last time, like, my last YouTube check, I ain't even finna, like, brag or nothing. It was pressure. That's why I was like, okay, maybe this is the time I'm gonna start stepping up. I'm going to Houston. I'm gonna start dropping content, and boom, my lung collapsed. God told me calm down, because like real talk, he told me to calm down, put me in your life, because I wasn't praying or nothing. Now I could say I pray every day now. Not even that. It's just I'm talking about like anything. I'm so humble. Like, I'm so grateful for that. That's how I say I'm so grateful for everything. All right, my fault. I had to turn on the AC. It's hot as fuck, and I got this jacket on. All I can say is I'm not gonna tell y'all how to live y'all's life, but man, just be grateful for everything y'all have, y'all's health and everything. But yeah, man, that's really what happened. That's why I've been gone. I ain't get to go to Texas 2K. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. I know two friends, like I'm not gonna call them out, 2 friends got arrested, and it's like I know that would have been me. I know that would have been me. Like I'm that type that's gonna run too type. So I would have probably, if a cop comes behind me and I'm racing, I'm not gonna stop. That's what I said, man, maybe I got out of a crazy situation and all that, I don't know. But I will say, when I get back up, I'm gonna be on the grind for real. I got content all lined up, I do. Like, I wanna go to the track, see what this thing runs. I'm about to port my head soon, because my heads I have to. Speaking of that, I found out what the real smoke problem is on my car. It's not the valve steams, it was the bad lifters and heads that are dirty. So I gotta replace, you're looking at 2,500 right there, but I'm gonna do that very soon. That's gonna add power though, because if I'm getting heads, I'm getting the ported thigh tech head. So I'm about to be heads and cams, so we're finna see what that does on the track. And I got these new tires that I didn't even take to 2K, so they're brand new still. It's gonna get pressure. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, when I was in the ICU, that was a whole difference, man. 13 days, I felt like hell every day. It did. My mom would come in and visit me, and I could barely talk. She knows it too, because I'd be saying a word, and if I had to repeat myself, I just wouldn't speak. Like, because it would frustrate me. Like, I ain't trying to repeat myself. I could barely talk. I could barely breathe. I got shortness of breath. And to all the people that checked up on me, everybody that DM'd me and all them people, man, I appreciate y'all for real. It shows me that I got hella people out there that really rock with me, hella people that really want to see if I'm alright and all that. So I appreciate y'all, man. I had a doctor's appointment today, which I went to. They saw the x-ray and checked my lungs. They said they're perfect, which I'm grateful for. They said that my lung, they even heard the lungs, they sounded good. So it was my left lung that close, like I said, it was only that one. My right one's still healthy as hell. Well, they're both healthy now, but the reason for it collapsing was COVID, because I had COVID in December, and it just happened. Like, it was a neurothermax, what they call it. I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna go pressure. Like, you just gotta apply pressure. You gotta apply harder. Like, for real, if you had that mindset, you go harder. Like, you don't give up. You give up, and you just ain't built. You just ain't built for it, to be honest. But I ain't trying to stay here too long, keep y'all too long. But for the real people that watch this whole video, the real fans, the real subscribers that watch this video, I appreciate y'all, appreciate the support, appreciate the love. Everyone that subscribed, everyone that even hits the like button, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna keep applying pressure, but I'm King Reckless and I'm out. Peace.
God gonna put you through a lot of trials and tribulation for you to get where you wanna go. You gotta lose a lot of things to get what you want. You gotta gain things, you gotta see things, and you gotta be hurt.